Few things demonstrate the spirit of small-town Oklahoma like the relationship between a community and its schools. And in the town of Ryan, that spirit is strong. The community has a long history of support and investment in the Ryan Public Schools, and the Board of Education understands the value of the school district to the town of Ryan. On October 10th, voters have the opportunity to continue that tradition by supporting a $3,535,000 bond issue proposal for funding projects designed to add value to the school district as well as the community. The board has examined the immediate needs of the students and the campus while considering future needs of the district. With input from members of the community, this bond issue is comprised of projects that focus on improving district facilities and meeting student needs, both today and in the future.
We invited 17 different community members to be on a committee that helped us make the decision on what we thought was most important to the school and the kids here and also the community. And we feel like what we've put together addresses as many needs as possible with the funding that we have available to us.
A lot of it had to do with, the input that we got from the teachers. They're here every day. They know exactly what they need. We come to the school functions, we walk around the campus, but we're not here every day like they are and the students. They're the ones that really are going to know what the school needs, and so we were glad that they gave us an input on that.
We went through several meetings and actually finally got it down to big 3 needs that we need at the school, and everybody was in agreement on that.
The bond issue calls for adding 4 new high school classrooms, a principal and secretary office, and boys and girls restrooms to the existing West building to create a new self-contained high school building with new furniture throughout.
Our high school kids would be able to have one building that they can call home. Currently, they spend time in a portable building behind the gym, in front of the gym, and out in the West classrooms. There's a lot of distance between rooms, and this will be a much better setup for our high school in a lot of ways.
We have classes currently out in that West building, and we have classes in this building. And when they're having to switch from English to science class, it's a pretty good walk, and we have 4 minutes between bells, and so we're shuffling kids in and out pretty quick. It's going to make it more convenient for everybody.
Our elementary and our high school, we all share hallways. We're always bound to accidentally hurt one, and no one wants that to happen.
Renovating the 3 existing high school classrooms, adding updated finishes.
The high school building in its present condition is pretty bad. We definitely need to do something there, because if we don't in the future, we may not have a high school building.
The library will be moved closer to the elementary school and converted into an additional classroom. An interior corridor will connect the existing classrooms, new classrooms, office, and restrooms. This will increase overall security and access in a single self-contained high school building. The additional classrooms will eliminate the need for the portables and minimize the need for the upper classrooms.
Security is one thing that we have issues with because of all the outside doors that we have. We will be able to lock most of those outside doors now and keep kids more secure during the day.
We live in a small town, and we just, we assume that it's safe to be here, but nowadays you just don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what people are thinking, and so just to have them all in one area where they're not just kind of scattered, to me as a parent makes me feel a lot better that not somebody else is going to be able to walk on campus, or that the kid isn't just going to be able to walk out.
To heat and cool those buildings is just not efficient, and it's an energy cost that is not good, and it's hard to update those buildings technology-wise with electricity, and we cannot add electrical outlets to those buildings because of the plaster walls, and if we start digging into those plaster walls, they will crumble, and we will be left with worse than what we started with. So updating those buildings is too costly to perform, so a new building would be better, and it'd be more cost efficient.
One of the new classrooms will be constructed as a FEMA safe room, which will accommodate all students, teachers, and staff on campus. During non-school hours, the safe room will be available to the residents of Ryan.
I feel like that's a great idea. Instead of us having to walk through the breezeway and stuff, having to get to the locker room during the middle of a storm, we can go straight to this safe room that's in a very convenient space where we are all just in a similar area to it. We can just get there as fast as we can for our safety.
I think it's real important to have a safe room. Currently, we use our locker rooms in the gymnasium underneath the bleachers, which I feel are safe having to go there, but as far as the amount of students that we can squeeze in is very limited. And when we do have tornado drills and we try to get every kid in the school in those 2 locker rooms, a lot of times we have trouble fitting teachers in there. You know, now if there was an actual tornado, I'm sure we wouldn't have trouble fitting everybody in there, but it is very, very uncomfortable.
It's extremely crowded, and you know, their locker rooms sweaty, stinky. No one really, you know, it's a safe place for us to go, but it's just I guess so many people get crowded in there, and just the smell mix just doesn't make it very enjoyable.
It's very uncomfortable, and we have to separate the elementary and the high school kids, one locker to the other, and a lot of times there's a little confusion of which side the kids need to go to. And we currently open up the school for tornadoes during, after school hours.
The existing maintenance and classroom building on the east side of the gymnasium will be converted into a new gym entrance and lobby, a new concession area, and new boys and girls locker rooms. The new entrance and lobby area will showcase the Ryan spirit and pride for all fans and visitors. By creating a new entrance to the gym, fans will no longer enter the gym through the school. This will improve security by not allowing access to the rest of the school during games. The new concession area will be much more functional and efficient than the current concession area, which is set up in the school multipurpose room.
Every visiting team that shows up has to come through our front doors. Usually Mrs. Ham, myself, or Mr. Chapman will stand down in the lobby to make sure that people aren't going down the halls because they have access to the entire school when they do come in.
The school's technology infrastructure will be upgraded as part of this bond proposal. Current technology is lacking, and new equipment is necessary to provide students with programs and skills for transitioning to college, career tech, or into the job market.
Kids nowadays, they know everything there is to know about technology. You know, there's going to be a point where probably books will be obsolete, and so you want them to be able to have that technology here at school. You want them that when they graduate and go off to college, that they are up to par with other students.
Curriculum is going to online, and we use a lot of online learning here. We have some curriculum recovery programs that we use, and we're very limited on the amount of laptops and tablets and such for the kids to use. The computers, the standalone desktop computers are very outdated. We've got a computer class right now that's using Windows 07. You know, that's 10 years old, and it'd be nice for those kids to be able to use updated equipment. And as far as what the teachers can use, new smart boards, interactive TVs. I mean, there's so many things out there for the teachers to use, and we have several teachers that are still using old LED projectors, and we do have some that are still actually using transparencies. You know, and they do a good job with it. You know, how much better could they do if they had good equipment?
Well, technology is important, period, today. If we don't have an upgrade in technology, we're going to be behind, and we can't have our kids at Ryan behind.
The board has given serious consideration to the impact this proposal will have on taxpayers. Every effort has been made to assure the district and the community will receive the greatest benefit from every tax dollar. The proposed school bond issue, totaling $3,535,000, will be repaid over 16 years through an ad valorem tax.
$3,535,000 sounds like a lot, but you know, construction costs as they go up, we really feel like we have to get as much done right now as we can. With construction costs rising quicker than our valuation rising, the more we can do right now in the long run, the more it saves our patrons. Our district was recently reassessed, and we had a 5% increase in our valuation, which actually allowed us to, we would be able to gain more money from the bond issue and also tax the patrons less. And that was a recent development in our last committee meeting. So we were happy to see that change.
When we did the walk around, that was my first time through the whole Ryan School. I did not go to attend school here. When they asked me to be on the committee, I wanted to go walk through there and get a view of what we're looking at. And I could see the things that needed to be addressed, locker rooms, access to the gym, the age of the school, adding the classrooms, doing away with some of the old classrooms in the old part, I think is very essential.
If approved, these bonds would bring an increase of 4.93 mils to fund these projects and result in a tax increase of 5%. How will this millage increase impact property taxes? If your total property tax was $100 last year, the proposed bonds would increase your tax by $5 per year, or just 42 cents per month. This total increase would be dedicated to the Ryan School District. If, for example, your annual property tax is $500 per year, you should anticipate an annual increase of $25.01, or just $2.08 per month, to fund the new projects proposed for Ryan schools.
You need to help your community. You need to help your school. And with better education comes better times.
Cowboys pride, Cowboys ride. That's our old principal used to say that a lot. And I feel like all students take pride in their school. I feel like we always look to improve and show where we come from.
Pride is a tradition at Ryan schools. We are proud of our students, our faculty, and our families. Support that tradition in Ryan.
You know, you go to your home and you upgrade your home. It makes you feel good. It gives you that sense of pride, that sense of ownership. I think to have all that stuff for the kids would be amazing for them to see something new. You know, like this is for them. You know, we're not doing it for ourselves, we're doing it for the kids. And so that's what I would hope everybody gets out of that.
In summary, what the bond issue will do is it will provide us with essentially a new high school. It will provide us with a gym lobby that we don't currently have, a concession area that we don't have, and technology that our students desperately need to keep up with the changing world. So I think we've hit on everything that we can possibly hit on to improve the environment of our school and what our kids come to every day.
I'd like to encourage everyone here in Ryan that is a registered voter to get out and vote October the 10th on our bond issue. And if you're not a registered voter, to get out and get registered and get out and vote. Thank you.
Please come to Ryan School and vote October 10th. It's for great things. We're changing, and it's great.
I'd like to encourage all of you Ryan voters, and if you haven't registered to vote, be sure and get out to register and vote, and come vote on October 10th.
I want to encourage everyone to get out and vote, and encourage everyone you see to get out and vote on October 10th and support our school and our kids that go to it.
My name is Jay Anthony, and I'd like to ask the people to get out and vote October 10th for the future of our kids in Jefferson County and Ryan High School.
Invest in our students. Invest in our community. Vote October 10th.